Most of us believe that this unhappiness and boredom feeling that we feel every day will be cured if we achieve some kind of external material success. If we, for example, get to 10,000 subscribers, if we make this much money in our business, if we get this many followers, if we buy the car, the house, the watch, all these things. Now, more and more people are beginning to wake up and realize that these things won't make you happy, because our desire for the material success changes what we do for like the flow state activity today. Let's say, for example, your natural 10 out of 10 flow state activity that would literally bring like the most joy and happiness to your life is teaching. But that doesn't bring much material success, right? Teaching doesn't pay that much, right? And so you start to chase the material success. And so to get the money, all the fancy stuff that you want, you change the daily task that you're doing. And then before you know it, you're spending your time doing some business that you hate, or, like working some high level career. You wanted to become a teacher, but your parents convinced you to get into engineering or into finance or something. And here you are spending all of your actual time, the most valuable thing there is, just because external validation might come. There's status, there's the prestige, there's the extra money. But then those things don't change your life. They don't improve your life. And mental health research proves this. There's a free online course that changed my life forever. It's called The Science of Wellbeing. If you just search it on Google, you can go and find it. It's a very good online course made by Yale University. And they break down like the real studies to show what actually makes someone happy. And it is not what you have dedicated your life to. You're going to start coping and disagreeing with this. The good grades don't make you happy. A high-paying job doesn't make you happy. Even the body, like the body transformation doesn't even make you happy. The watch, the fancy car, like any of these things don't actually improve your mental well-being. You might think that they do, because in the research that I've seen, what's very interesting is that we genuinely perceive a happiness boost when we decide to like go and, increase our grades or to buy the thing. We think it's going to make us happy. But when we actually get the good grades, when we actually buy the car, our happiness does not change at all. Usually there's a little bit of a dip, actually. The things that make you happy, you want to know what they are? It's the softer things that sound so uncool. It's mindfulness, it's good sleep, good diet, it's social connection, kindness, and flow states. Don't focus on the material success that the modern world is trying to convince you is important, of getting more likes on Instagram, because you can go and find someone who's achieved everything that you want, and they'll literally look to you like normal. Like, how badly do you want 2 million subscribers? I've got it. It changes nothing in your life. If my day was filled up of tasks that I didn't like because I had this many subscribers, I would genuinely have a worse life now than 2 years ago when I had none. Every millionaire, every guy who's made money, who's actually made money and not lying about it, will tell you the same thing. It's like you wake up and life's just exactly the same. Nothing has changed, but just what you spend your time doing. And yet we keep chasing the material desires. You're not going to just stop wanting to get higher grades just because I've said this to you, right? And so this is, in a weird way, this is like an average person's level of ambition. I want to get the material success. You know what's very interesting? The biggest, especially male influencers of today, they're all right here. You see these guys who are showing this material success, the external results, and that's what they live their lives for. Here they are just running on the hamster wheel inside of the matrix that they so fight against. Here they are controlled by the puppet masters that they speak so ill of. If there is a man who's chained to his incessant need for external validation, for this materialism, he's not free. In fact, I think a man's maturity comes at the moment when he realizes it's not about the things that are outside of you, it's purely internal. But here we are with this level of ambition, hoping to get like a head turn when someone sees us in the car or the fancy watch. What we're suggesting here will lead you to a better life. It will lead you to discovering your purpose. It will lead you to experiencing and understanding spirituality. But you won't get as much of the real world results, because the guy who's totally obsessed with the material success, let's say making money, he will make more money than you if you're not obsessed with that and you're rather thinking about flow state. He will. So this is going to hurt our egos. This is going to start to trigger us, because if we want to be true to ourselves and, just chase the flow state activity, and let's say it's teaching compared to the guy who's doing the high level business, even though he hates his life, He's going to get more likes on Instagram. We're going to feel like this level of pressure that we could probably do that. He's making more money than us. We should compete with him. And before you know it, here you are pursuing something that means nothing to you with tasks that you actually dislike in your day. Why? Because the external success, the numbers in your bank account might be nice. Voluntarily giving yourself mild forms of depression, not even enjoying the success once you make it. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. This doesn't mean that we should just sit here and do nothing with our lives and not work hard. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't set goals or, have something to look forward to work towards. What I'm specifically saying is we align the goals, and even some of the material success is absolutely fine, but we align that to the flow state tasks that we actually like, because this is the level of ambition for most people, including even rich guys. This is the level of ambition that we've got. It'd be nice to make great amounts of money, but not at the sacrifice for our experience of life, right? So this is where everyone else is. They just want to get the money. They just want to get the subscribers, right? We want to get that stuff whilst actually enjoying the day-to-day life, because the depressed millionaire, is he really successful? If the guy, you hear the athletes who say, oh, I hated every minute of training, but I still, I did it anyway and I've got the title belt. Are they even that successful? If they genuinely didn't even find their experience of life pleasant, if they wouldn't go back and do it again. Mike Tyson's there. You can go search on YouTube. This is an actionable step. Let's do this. Go search on YouTube. Mike Tyson belts garbage. There's a quick little clip of him with some news reporter or interviewer, and he's showing the belts. And he's like, oh yeah, they're all garbage. They're all garbage. When I was a kid, this meant a lot to me. It's all garbage. It means nothing. And he throws it on the floor. Because the external success isn't going to do anything. The belt, so imagine sacrificing your fucking brain cells, your health, and your time and your life to get this belt that other people think is cool, but if it doesn't change anything for you, because in the end, all you have is the flow experience of life. So here is your actionable step for this part of the video. Go look at your goals. Either write them down if you haven't already, or if you've got them written down somewhere, just bring them up on screen and just kind of look at them for a few seconds. Pause this video and just look at them, remind yourself of what they are. If you don't have clear goals written down, then just kind of think about what they would be based on your recent actions. So, you're really dedicated in school, so your goal kind of is to graduate. You're really dedicated in fitness, so your goal is to get more muscular, for example. Just think about what your goals are for a few seconds, pause this video, and then just play it again after 10 seconds, right? Now, I'm just going to call you out here. I'm guessing that pretty much all of your goals are all external success, right? They're all material success. They're all the real world things that other people can see. It's what grades you've gotten, how much money you're making, how many subscribers you've got, what your physique looks like. This is pretty much our goals, right? And it isn't necessarily a problem to have goals like that, but this is where it gets interesting. When we have goals, it can be a problem if the daily tasks that we do don't put us into a flow state to achieve that goal. So we have the goal, for example, to get to $10,000 a month in business, right? That's a pretty good goal to get. It'll change your life. That sounds awesome. But to achieve that goal, if we have to spend a bunch of our time doing tasks that don't put us into a flow state, that don't even align to our core personality and values and virtues, but we're doing it just for the 10K a month, we are literally sacrificing our lives for material success that we know isn't going to change much. What we want is we still want the material success. I'm not telling you to abandon that, but rather we want to make sure that we get these material goals with the tasks in the day-to-day that put us into a flow state. So getting to 10K a month in business is an awesome goal, but if you're doing it with this task of for example, you're doing this business model that you don't even know what you're doing drop shipping, for example, and you hate being a drop shipper, it's kind of embarrassing. It's this, business where you're just kind of selling Chinese products with a massive delivery time, and it's just a shitty product, but you're making some money from it, but you don't even like it. Even that, let's say right here, right now, that your life and your family's life could be changed if you were making $2,000 a month. The thing is, you'd probably get to $2,000 a month faster if you were doing a business which its tasks would put you into a flow state, so you were good at it, you were focused at it, rather than just choosing the business that you've heard some influencer talk about online, maybe including me. You liked this video, so go and watch the full guide, because it took me weeks to make and it will genuinely change your life. It's popped up as a card. Go click on that right now. It's also a link in the description. Go click on that right now.